This is David Talbot, and I'm CTO at WorkMovr. Let's chat about phone apps. Okay, so a lot of the time we can just have a responsive web page on the phone, and we prefer to use the HTML and Caspio REST APIs rather than a responsive Caspio data page, largely because some people have their iPhones set in security mode, and it gives a little bit of awkwardness, and we avoid that using HTML. But sometimes we need something a little bit more. And so what we do is we write phone apps, so we said before, in the Ionic language. Now remember, we consider the phone to be just a user interface extension of Caspio. It's not its own application. We never store anything on the phone. We just use the phone app as a user interface, and after you've done something on the phone, it immediately updates into Caspio. But having done that, you have an Ionic app and it loads on the phone. And how do you deploy that? Well, what we want to do is we want to have it in the App Store and Google Play. And this is largely an administrative process, okay? And so what we need to do on both Apple and Google Plus, Google Play, you need to have the developer account that of the client whose app it is, not the developing company like us. So the software company like us, it's not our account. They're very, very strict on knowing that you only deploy apps from your own account. And that own account, you have to put in like your federal tax ID, your DUNS number, and a bunch of administrative stuff from a security point of view to make sure that only the registered company is deploying the app. So as I said, quite a lot of this is just administrative. And so you have an Apple developer account here. Here's the dashboard, not particularly surprising. And you then can upload your code, and then Apple will review your code, both from an administrative point of view to make sure that you've got all the paperwork done, and also a technical point of view. Little bit of a quirk with Apple on cookies. So Apple doesn't like cookies, so we do a workaround on that. But otherwise, not too difficult. Okay. Now with Apple, when you want to just do testing and you're not fully approved yet by the App Store, there's a subsystem called Test Flight. And so for testing, without it being properly deployed in the App Store, you can do testing and you can get like 100 downloads. Okay. Very, very similar stuff with Google Play. Only difference is they don't have like a test flight. You just send a URL to the client and they can download the app themselves. So we're very, very happy to chat to everyone about how to deploy on the App Store or Google Play. And it's not very difficult, but a lot of paperwork and then not so much technical. So thanks very much. Bye-bye.